Welcome. We're here.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Hello.
They call me Capricorn because I'm a Capricorn.
We're here. I don't even know how to do these intros, to be honest with you.
How do you do an intro?
That's what I'm saying. I didn't look that shit up.
They call me Big Intro.
So fuck it. Yeah, I was going to say, fuck it. We're already here. Anyway.
Hello.
Welcome back to Young fucking, what is this? The Young Talk podcast now? Yeah.
For the Young Talk.
I forget.
One of those things.
The Boogaloo podcast. The Father podcast.
I guess is this episode, I guess we can count this as episode 2. Even though
I'm mad uncomfortable.
Even though the first episode was a mess, we're back at it again.
With more security.
Yeah.
And more sobriety.
We got 2 guys outside.
With a lot better skill set. A lot better skill set now. So what's up?
Doing all right. How you doing?
Fucking tired.
I heard.
Yeah.
That sucks, dude. You know what's a good way to not be tired?
You sleep?
Just not be tired.
Yeah, you just not be tired.
Yeah. Lay off the rock stars, take a couple naps.
Dude, them rock stars are fucking good.
I mean, they taste good, but it's not helpful.
They taste
I got off of it.
They're so misleading, dude.
Even though I still drink coffee.
Your sperm count's probably fucking 0.
It don't matter. Because there's only one that matters.
Right.
What if you just drink normal coffee?
I mean, yeah, but normal coffee is too much. Hey, actually, I had a fucking cinnamon dolce latte with fucking blonde espresso in it.
White.
Shit was hella good.
You just get some instant coffee, mate. Just get some instant coffee.
I was going to, but I got chai tea instead. It's behind the little sweetener pack over there. Because it was like...
The audience can't see,
but it's hella good. Chai tea.
I can't even see it, but whatever.
It's a box. It's a box. But
I'm looking at the Fruity Pebbles, okay?
Today's sponsor is from Mexico, the entire country. Thank you so much.
We're not sponsored by Mexico, actually.
Viva la Mexico.
But if anyone wants to sponsor us,
thank you,
I don't know who
for sponsoring us.
Right. But anyway, I have chai tea now, so that's pretty awesome. What about you, 6-1? What's up with you? What's new with you?
I saw the Sonic movie.
Oh shit, did you? How was it? I heard interesting things about it.
It was a lot of fun.
Nice
to watch. Story's kind of generic, but
it's a kids movie.
I know. Yeah, exactly. So I wasn't looking for groundbreaking, like progressive change, like blockbuster story or some shit like that. I was looking for a good time.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm not gonna regret missing it though. To be honest, it kind of sucks.
It's making a lot more money than Birds of Prey.
I would imagine. I didn't even know that shit came out.
I forgot that movie came out.
I mean, is it that they? I low key thought that they changed her, like Harley Quinn, the actor.
Nope, it's still the same one.
I don't even know Robbie. Oh, for sure. What the fuck is it even about? What are they doing?
Birds of Prey.
They completely separated themselves from Suicide Squad, and they made a whole new story with Margot Robbie.
Okay. Well, yeah, I probably won't see that one either. Then, oh well. I'm sticking with Harley Quinn on fucking DC Comics. Dude, that one's cool. That one's funny.
Just no one knows how to properly write Harley Quinn.
I think they did it. I think they did a good job. I think the cartoon.
Well, I hear the cartoon's good. I'm just saying, like in general.
No. Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's what I hear. But
I mean, we gotta watch it sometime. Just one. The first episode is all you need, dude. Like they all hold up, but the first one is the best one.
I feel that. Big squad.
Shout out to my boy.
Big squad.
Yeah. Shout out to my boy Frank.
Hey,
he's ridiculous.
Hey,
dude's fucking ridiculous.
Big Frank. Big Frank.
Let's see. I forget we're doing.
Sounds like you big sausages.
So what? Let's see. Because since this shit's not scripted, I don't
think anyone scripts podcasts.
I think we should talk about the effects of marijuana on the young brain.
Okay.
Why are you looking at him?
Because
speaking of,
hey,
wait, let me.
Hey, this isn't the Joe Rogan experience.
Hey.
Okay? This isn't the Joe Rogan experience.
I can't find that.
It's an interesting topic though.
We'll go. Oh, I found it.
So
let's see if you can hear it on
there. It looks like a lighter.
It looks like a lighter.
2 people in here have smoked marijuana. One a lot longer than the other, and one has not touched marijuana at all. So we should look at the effects of marijuana on the young minds. Father B. Yeah. They call him Father B because his father is a bee. Listen, you've been smoking marijuana for a year? Maybe.
Yeah, actually a year. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
just about.
2000
This could be that special episode, or next week could be a special episode for that. It's almost been a year, yeah.
How has your life changed ever since you began smoking the Jane? In all forms.
Married.
It's been pretty good, honestly. Like, well, I mean,
Married.
duh, but like,
He's been in a relationship with Mary Jane for like a year.
yeah, shit's crazy. I mean, it's not like, I don't think it changes you much. I thought about this shit ironically in the shower this morning. I was like,
Like before he starts crying in the shower, this is
Nah.
this is what he does.
I was wondering, has smoking really changed me as a person, you know, or like, you know how they say it makes you less smarter or some shit? I was like, have I
Less
actually
smarter?
become less intelligent, you know? I was like, because low-key have my grades dropped, like, to a certain extent overall or something like that, you know? So that's shit I thought about, but I don't know.
I don't know, have they?
I mean, that's why I'm like, my excuse is like, because I took Japanese and shit.
Hey.
So, you know, like,
Hey.
what if I wasn't taking Japanese, but I still smoked? Would my grades still be, you know?
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. Where it matters is I don't think my grades have really changed much.
What if they actually went up?
I mean, honestly, low-key, depending on the class, I would say.
So I've been doing edibles, which are more potent than smoking,
Yeah.
since freshman year of college, right? So
Yeah,
damn near
healthier.
3 years, right?
Right.
And I just started smoking maybe like 2 months ago, maybe a month ago, right? Last semester, guess what my GPA was?
What?
3.6. 2 A's and 2 B's.
Nice.
Fucking insane.
And he just wants to off himself for that.
And-
I'm kidding.
Right now, I plan on going to grad school and getting my PhD, and I'm hella smart. So I really haven't seen any downsides with the Jane.
So you're saying you have a big brain.
They call me big brain because I get big
Either
brain.
you have a big brain or a big cock, okay?
All of the above.
One or the other. Like equal exchange or some shit like that. I don't know. It was a joke.
Funny story. 6'1" just became an alcoholic like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So what's your life like now? Now that all you can think about
My wife and kids left me.
is the vodka,
My wife and kids left me.
the river.
But like rent's overdue. Like they just shut down. They just shut off the lights. There's no like the water.
They
You
call
gonna
me
be
big
okay?
out.
Like-
Big out.
The mortgage is like through the roof.
Oh, yeah? What are you going to do?
Nothing.
Yeah, you're gonna give up,
Nah, I'm kidding.
like we all do.
It's all good.
That's the.
I already gave up.
We all give up eventually.
But never buy that Silver River. Buy the.
Never.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
Silver River wants to sponsor us, then fuck that shit.
If Silver River sponsors, I'm down. But other than that, I'm not buying your fucking alcohol, dude. It's cheap, it's big, and it's disgusting.
Right?
The only downside is fucking disgusting.
Unless we like actually learn how to mix drinks, then that would be the perfect thing to buy.
Yeah.
But we don't know how to mix drinks
I mean,
because
well-
we've all. Well, sorry, go ahead.
You can always look it up, though. They're all online how to mix the shit.
Why you give me attitude?
I'm saying, like, we haven't, but we always could.
Why can't you just make a suggestion?
And
without
technically-
attacking me.
And technically, if you have a chaser, that is mixing the drink.
They call me Big Juice because I have big juice.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm thinking like you get OJ, orange juice, maybe some like Silver River, right? Just like a couple drops though. You gotta keep it light. And then mix it with like cranberry juice and gay shit.
I'm just using Sprite.
Yeah, facts. Mix it with Sprite. Plain old Sprite, boy.
Makes sense.
You understand me? It's not too bad.
I don't know.
bad.
Yeah, I don't drink as much, so I can't attest to that.
Yeah, the older you get, the less you drink, it looks
I'm
like.
telling you, dude. I think that's just in everything.
A lot of people are leaning towards the Jane.
Yeah. I mean,
Not as many bad side effects.
there is a lot more. You know what was funny? Okay, people apparently, you don't notice it, but like there are a lot less drug dealers out there now.
Hell yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
You don't need a
know?
plug no more.
Like, it's so sad, man.
Just be 21 in an illegal state, and a legal state, you're
Yeah.
fine.
Fuck San Jose, dude, because they don't. You even if you're 20, like
I don't even know why you were there.
if you don't have a recommendation, you can't go in. Even if you have a medical card or whatever, you can't go in until you're 21. It's
That's
bullshit.
bad.
It's bullshit.
Well, but what if you need shrooms?
Well, that's a different thing.
I remember hearing I think some places are actually legalizing shrooms.
Why not? I mean, at this point, you know.
I don't know if it was shrooms. It was like another drug that was getting legalized.
I have friends that go to EDM concerts. They do shrooms. They take hits of coke. They smoke weed. And they went to one time, and these guys were snorting ketamine. Now, Now, ketamine, you snort it through your nose, and it makes you like seize out for 5 seconds, and then you pass out for like 3 minutes straight, and then you wake up after that.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
And people are into that.
That sounds terrible.
I don't know why.
I hate that. Like, that sounds terrifying. What the fuck?
Yeah, that shit will kill you.
Yeah, I want to have a seizure real quick. You know, like what? Like,
Put this up your nose, dog. Yeah, people that go to these EDM dubstep concerts get fucked up.
Man, I don't do that.
I feel like for any concert, like people just go get fucked.
No, it depends.
Well, unless it's like some like older shit.
You don't see no one doing that at no Bruce Springsteen concert. Like,
No, none of that. I feel like the big ones like Coachella, some people.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, those are crazy.
Facts.
I don't go to concerts. It's like fuck.
I've only been to one concert. It was a death metal concert. People were just kind of drunk. They didn't seem fucked.
Yeah.
I feel like if you go to if you go to something like heavy, I guess like metal or like just some heavy rap, people just do whatever. They're mostly drunk or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think like EDM and shit like that's more. It's heavier drugs.
You can see the vibrations and shit. So this leads me to my next question. You trying to go to EDM concert?
No, I'm not. I don't go to concerts. Like, I mean, I already said that's just not my. Too many people, to be honest. And I mean, I watched that fucking documentary.
Yeah, imagine being high as fuck and then just having like anxiety at the same time while at a concert.
No, it's not even that.
No. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, just imagine that.
There's a documentary on the Rolling Stones when they did their big ass concert or whatever way back in the fucking 70s, or I think.
Everyone was like,
that shit. Like, when I saw that shit, never will I go to a concert. Even if it's never gonna be on that scale. But the shit I saw, that was ridiculous.
Hey, listen, me and you went to that one on-campus concert.
That's an on-campus concert.
Drunk as fuck.
There was LSD at the Rolling Stone concert. That's there's a different thing.
We were off like 4 shots, and we were turned up listening to that shit. Dude.
That's ridiculous.
I can just imagine you both in like a corner by yourself.
No, we were in the middle of it. We were in the middle of it. We were like...
I wonder what it's like to be in the middle of a mosh pit while high.
I mean,
I feel like that's either the funnest thing ever or the scariest shit ever.
I'll tell you, it's gonna probably be like everything else.
It's either the funnest thing or the scariest thing.
No, it's not. I mean, because you gotta, like I said, when you're high, it's not like things are just unnaturally.
No. I'm just saying. I don't know. It probably depends on what you need to.
My perception changes when I'm under the influence of marijuana.
Yeah, like. I was
You see the world through different.
No.
Okay.
I mean,
everything's a little heightened.
It's just a little. It's just a little different. Like it's not like
music sounds better, food tastes better.
Whatever, how they portray it in like the cartoon scene with all the colors and the wobbles and all that, it doesn't.
That's LSD.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's LSD.
I've had my taste of that level of experience, and it's not fun. It's very scary.
That's when you get nervous.
Yeah.
When you get nervous and you're fucked, dude.
Bro, speaking.
Intent, relax. Oh, he's nervous.
No, I was looking for something, but
one thing I discovered about Joey's, I don't get nervous.
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what happens when you drink in general. You loosen up.
I like being drunk more than high, but I don't like the after effects of getting drunk versus being high. Being high, I can go to bed, wake up, chilling. When I'm drunk, though, it's kind of 50-50 depending on how I handled myself.
Yeah, I feel that. That's exactly why I smoke.
It's kind of tough.
I can recover. Yeah, I can recover for an 8 a.m. after smoking a ton or taking a bunch of edibles versus drinking. Fuck that. Like, I was like, I'd rather go home,
I thought you took a hit too hard.
A little bit, yeah.
So this weekend, I'm going to Sacramento for a volleyball tournament.
Speaking of,
I will be gone until Sunday, so we can't turn up until Sunday.
We're gonna keep this real here.
What are you doing? Birdie's dead.
Yeah, Birdie's
Unless you have Flex Seal, Birdie is dead.
Bro, don't worry about Birdie. If you guys don't know who Birdie is, by the way, Birdie is, for lack of a better words, my bong.
He's abused.
My bubbler. No, not a bong, but my bubbler. And I split the neck in half. By accident, it broke in my little case.
I think he did it on purpose.
But I have Gorilla Glue to fix it. It just takes a minute.
Why not the Flex Glue?
Okay, I do have to go to volleyball practice.
So
thank you for having me on.
Just one more question.
Yes.
Do you think he killed Birdie on purpose?
No, we were in my room. We were both a little lit, and then he just dropped that bitch, and the birdie gave up, dude.
Yeah. I still think he did it, but
next time we do this, we should be high as fuck and see how it goes.
Well, I still got to work the controls.
Well, one day we'll figure it out.
I know how to work the controls, but I'm saying, like,
I thought those were matches.
No, I got these. What do you gonna call it? Papers for free. Over.
Is that like just normal paper?
Careful,
No.
don't influence Rodrigo too much.
I got this from Reef. They give them out for free. I was like, holy shit! Like this, like there's hella in here, dude. Like,
That's what's
Just
up.
drop them.
no, I grabbed something else.
Them be joint
But
papers,
it's fine.
boy.
Yeah. I'm not good at rolling it. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm terrible at it, but
Is there like a technique to it?
yes, there are many. But
All right, I'll
That's why
catch
you
you guys
practice.
later.
all right, shooter is heading out.
Daddy Dark, aka Hooligan Drop Top One Shot Shooter, aka your mama's best friend, aka your sister's best friend, aka your cousin's mother, and aka your uncle's
Just get
brother.
out.
And your dad's best friend.
All right.
All right. Good
Anyway.
riddance.
Anyway.
Am I right?
Now that the main
Now that
people
the
are here,
pre-show's done.
the pre-show is done. Right on time, 15 minutes in, we consider that the pre-show.
Hold on, I need to blow my nose.
As 6-1 goes to blow his nose. In case you guys didn't know, maybe we didn't do a really good job at it. We introduced ourselves, right? For the most part.
We kind of did.
Yeah, so, but you should know who we are, right? That was 6-1,
We
shooter.
need to remind ourselves.
Hooligan, drop top, one shot shooter just left. And of course, I'm Father B. But let's see, what do we want to talk about today? Honestly, because since this was kind of planned, this wasn't planned. I just kind of wanted to record today because why not? You know? I mean,
Because editing hell takes a while.
well, no, it's just audio. It won't take much as long as this shit comes out fine. Which is, I mean, it's me, dude. It's gonna come out fine. But
You have donuts?
do I have donut? I do because I went to the corner store. I just haven't eaten them yet. I plan on it as soon as I get a sandwich one day.
I'm actually hungry.
Well, you should eat.
Well, I'll be having food after this, so.
Yeah. But anyway, let's see. What do we want to talk about? I think.
Let's just shoot the shit.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't have. Well, I do have crazy things going on, so I don't know. I mean, what do you want? What do you want to talk about, Rodrigo? Or 6-1, 6-1.
Let's see. I mean, last time we didn't really talk about topics. You kind of just talk about anything.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We can talk about anything. I'm trying to think. Did I get anything new? Any new? Well, did I get any like actually new games? New games, as in like I
I
have.
still haven't bought any games, but the next game I'm planning to get is Animal Crossing.
And yeah, I heard about that one. It's coming out, right?
Yes.
When?
It's coming out March 20th. Same day Doom Eternal comes out. What's funny is that every game was like gonna come out in March, but then it all got delayed.
Yeah.
and the joke is that everyone's afraid of Animal Crossing and Doom.
Animal Crossing and Doom on Switch, right?
Doom isn't coming out on Switch yet.
Oh, damn.
It's only PS4, Xbox One, and Steam right now.
Okay.
The Switch version takes a while.
Right. That makes sense.
Well, Animal Crossing had Switch.
Well, I don't know. I mean, damn. Maybe I'm trying to think. As soon as we can get 2 mics here, if we do record here, maybe we could set up the mics and then just like play a game or something.
We could.
Yeah, and then that could be the podcast, and then I have a video camera, and then it can just video camera us while we talk.
Might as well stream.
Well, no, but it'll be a podcast, not a stream. Like, we'll just be playing whatever we want or doing whatever we want for an hour. And then, talking about topics. But I'm trying to think. I mean, okay, so this weekend I had a distribution workshop, I guess. We could talk about that for a bit.
What is that?
A distribution workshop? It's basically, it was a weekend workshop where I had to go in, because I'm a film major, so...
Is that the Saturday, the weekend classes we go into?
Yeah, so I had a weekend class on Saturday and Sunday for my major, which is film, and it was a distribution workshop where they talk about how to distribute your film after it's been made, whether that's through a distribution company or through self-distribution. And we talked about hella stuff. Like, it was crazy. Like, we talked about we talked about distribution companies, what festivals you should be submitting short films to, or independent films, which ones are considered top tier, that type of stuff. We even did research. I did some research on a lot of different films, which was kind of fun and kind of boring and a little bit kind of difficult, because if it's a short film, right, that's played at a festival, and it doesn't do super well, then it's not going to be super easy to find. This didn't stick at all. That's cool.
Because you're supposed to let it sit there.
What do you mean sit there?
Like you put the thing on, then you just set it somewhere and let it dry.
I don't connect the two?
No, yes, you do.
But it doesn't connect by itself. Oh. Okay. Well, I'll redo it.
And like, don't use it till like tomorrow or something.
Alright. But yeah, it's basically, it just talks about... Yeah, it basically just talks about how you get your film out there, you get it noticed, and how you get noticed as a film director and, boost your career. So it was really interesting, especially because the teacher that teaches it is really cool. His name is also Rodrigo. And he's been making films for such a long time and everything. He was talking to we watched 2 of his films, which were really good. They were really good. And he and his partner that he makes films with, they met in college and everything. And so we got to meet his partner that he makes the films with. They did a Skype call and we asked some questions and stuff. And it was really cool. It was really nice. He was a nice guy. But that's what I did this weekend. It was nice. It took a lot out of the weekend though. It was 9 to 5. 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. with one break for about an hour and 30 minutes. But I liked the break. The hour and 30 minutes was nice. But yeah, that's the distribution workshop. Yeah.
I was just trying to be an epic gamer. No, I'm kidding.
But yeah, that was what I did. It was cool. It was alright. Like, I think one thing I agree with is that short films don't get watched a lot, but I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole because that's a whole.
I feel like it's going to take you like hours to talk.
Well, yeah, because I like learning about the stuff, and I learned a lot, and I don't want to bore the details with it, but it's fine. Let's see. Speaking of movies, though, I am rewatching the Avengers. I keep forgetting, which is dope. I am currently on. I just finished, like literally a few hours ago. I just finished Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So next
you're watching all the Marvel movies.
Yeah. So next is Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah.
Which is gonna be cool. And I don't know. I've rewatched all of them before, or I've seen all of them before. So it's not like I'm learning anything new for the first time, other than Captain America, because I don't pay attention.
Scorsese says that's not cinema.
What, Captain America?
No, Marvel movies.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
No, I'm kidding. He's just a boomer.
No, he's not. He's an editor. I know.
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding.
What's wild is, speaking of Scorsese, I don't know. I feel like everybody references him so much because of The Irishman. But before that, no one would mention Scorsese. And it's so weird because our teacher taught us about Scorsese and his work, and how good of a filmmaker he is. But it's crazy because now everybody knows who he is because of that Irishman film, and it's like everybody.
No, I know he's made like a lot of movies.
Yeah, but now I'm just hearing so many references about him or something, which is funny because I'm like, y'all don't even know. Like, The Irishman, please. Scorsese, he's been doing stuff for decades, but it's super funny that just because But I believe it. I understand if he said it's not cinema. I know. I understand to a certain extent why he says that.
Oh, I'm like not that huge into movies, so I'm just saying okay boomer. No, that's just my opinion. It's as dumb as it sounds, but I don't really care what he says, to be honest.
No, I mean I know what he means. But I mean it's Marvel and it's superheroes, so I mean it's
already like saturated.
It's all right. I would say. It's not terrible,
Why do you have an X-Acto knife?
I was gonna make stuff for my residence, but I forgot.
I feel like you've had that for a while.
No, I've had it since like Saturday. But yeah, I've been rewatching those, and I'm really excited to finally get back to the end game. Can I put these two things together now before?
No. I said put the glue on, then you stick them together.
Oh.
That's what I said.
Oh.
And you don't use it for like, I guess, till like tomorrow.
There's no way I can set this down where it won't.
Because you need to figure out.
Okay, I think I have an idea.
I'm not saying to hold it like all night.
Well, I'm not gonna hold it all night, but I'm gonna do something that might work. Give me a second. But
you might have to.
What?
You might have to say goodbye to Birdie.
No, it's fine.
The rubber band.
Yeah, I have a rubber band that I'm. I'm gonna put around it to protect it. Yeah.
You want me to hold?
No, it's fine. Don't worry about me. We're okay. We're fine. We're fine. But yeah, I don't know. Other than the Marvel movies, I haven't really been watching anything else or really doing much of other stuff.
I'll be honest. What they really want to watch more of is Mystery Science Theater 3000.
What is that?
It's a show. Well, I don't know. Well, yeah, it's a show where pretty much it's like we're pretty much. Oh, it's got words.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, this like for those of you who don't know, Mysteries like Boogaloo here.
Yeah.
Mystery Science Theater 3000 is pretty much a show that takes place in, I guess, in like the future where there's this janitor and some robots were sent to like a satellite corporation where they're being tortured by watching like old like B movies from the 40s, 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
And it pretty much like you're watching the movie while they're pretty much like just commenting over it.
Oh, it's one of those. Okay.
Like, that's what the show is.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're pretty much watching like the whole movie. It's been on like so many different channels. Like I think the most recent, like it was recently on Netflix, but I think it actually got canceled.
Right.
Because Netflix likes to cancel everything except for Stranger Things.
Well, based on the information I've learned over the weekend about things, Netflix included, I don't know. I understand. I can see what's happening now. But it's all good. Netflix is Netflix, They're a business. They do what they do. You cannot get mad at a business for trying to make themselves successful, because that's just contradictory. But yeah, let's see. I'm not gonna bother mess with this right now because I just can't.
You're getting distracted.
No, I just can't figure it out right now.
I'm getting distracted.
I'm not gonna deal with it.
Just admit that Birdie's a lost cause.
No. Unless you want to buy me a new one, then no.
Just make one.
Right. You could. You really could. But I'm not going to. But yeah. Other than that, though, so, I mean, here, we can talk about women for a bit. Because I've been...
Valentine's Day's over.
Exactly. That's why we can talk about women. But I've been...
Before someone calls those women haters or misogynists and he's fixing the food.
Yeah. I've been talking to some people lately, which is kind of interesting. Like, I rarely have this moment where it's two people at the same time or multiple.
So you're going to have two bitches on your dick?
Well, no, because I respect women.
Okay, so you tell one to wait outside.
Exactly. You have one wait outside and then you deal with the other one. Like that. Why would they both be together? That's just, But yeah, it's interesting because I mean, it's not like we're not like involved or anything. We're just talking,
Talking.
Like we're just getting to know each other in general. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun, and you know what? Sometimes you just gotta start having fun with things because why not? Life is better when we can laugh at things, in my opinion. And I'm pretty good at making
it
people
feels like tissue paper.
Yeah, it's pretty sensitive. But I'm pretty good with it, and it's pretty chill. If one of them works out, no, I'm not gonna be rude in that extent. But let's just say one of them.
He's gonna get to some quick fuck.
Let's say one of them is just better looking than the other one.
But he won't say names.
I'm not saying that.
Because he doesn't want to get sued.
I'm not saying the other one is like ugly, but like well, that makes me sound like a really bad person. Oh my. That makes me sound like a really bad. No, I'm not. Okay, I'm not a bad person. They're both not ugly. One is just better looking than the other. Like, that's fair to say. That's fair to say because everybody's not equally attractive. I don't think, or at least in my eyes, I don't find everybody equally attractive. Obviously,
so you're not attractive.
As in, like, I don't find everybody the same.
No, I'm just saying you're not attractive.
I didn't say that. I think I'm the Black David Hasselhoff, but that's a different conversation. But yeah,
don't put that on me.
I'm sorry. Would it have burned your skin?
Yes.
Like, I swear to God. What else? But yeah, it's been cool. Honestly, I'm enjoying it, and I think this is the first part or this is a moment, at least where I'm at in mine, where it's like I'm not super nervous about this stuff anymore. You know, where I used to be, or at least I used to worry about this or that thing. But now I'm just kind of like chilling, like, oh, you know? I don't know, maybe because I'm also just busy. Like, I just have hella shit going on, so my mind's usually, I'm too busy worried about whatever's happening in the present, you know?
I think you're just crying because Birdie's gonna die.
Well, no. No, that's fine. But yeah, I've been chilling, dude. I've been chilling. Do you have anything to add?
No.
I stuffed this up. What is this shit called? Oh, okay. So here's your quick ad break, or not even an ad break. Quick fact break. If you're looking for some good,
first of all, we're not sponsored. Well,
oh yeah, we're not sponsored by this, by the way. If you're looking for some good stuff, check out the Reef and Seaside Marina. They got some nice deals, some nice prices, and some nice marijuana.
I don't
marijuana, you know.
I don't do weed, so don't ask for my opinion.
It's alright, dude. It's only a matter of time, actually.
Why are you saying it's a matter of time?
If by some miracle we get more than 2 likes on this video, or on this podcast, then 6'1" will do drugs.
I won't.
That's my guarantee. That's Father B's guarantee.
I know, but I don't condone the use of drugs mostly because of legal obligation, but that's about it.
Legal obligation, yeah. But yeah. And then let's see, what else am I doing these days? These days, I am trying to figure out some stories. I've been getting some new story ideas lately, and I've been trying to figure out how I want to do them. Because this is, okay, so I had a story idea. I was thinking,
you know what's funny? I'm similar with that, except with I guess with like game ideas.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I mean, well, yeah, it's the same thing because ideas and stories and narratives. But I had this idea where it was like this guy where I guess, or this character, they have the entire story is basically where he's having issues, where he's getting bad luck everywhere. Like at work, he gets X, Y, and Z shit for something, and then let's say he leaves work, right, and then he ends up going to the store, and then he tries to get something from the corner store, right, and then maybe he wants a bag or some shit, and then the cashier's giving him shit for trying to get a bag, and then he has to donate because because that's what you do when you're at the fucking corner store, and you buy chips for $1, $300 now. And then they ask if you want to donate $5 to the nearest hospital because everybody's kids are dying. So like that happens to them. But we'll see. It's really hard to write that type of stuff, though, in my opinion, at least. Just because I want it to be a chain of events of shit to happen. So it's like you have to be careful with what those chain of events are and what sets off those chain of events. So I gotta watch some shit basically. But we'll see. I'm excited to write it. It'll be a short film. Because that's also what I want to do. I want to start writing as many short films as I can, so I can make them, and then I can submit them. Or not those. I won't submit these. I'll submit other ones. And then, boom. It's somewhat of success. But yeah. Let's see. What are you planning to work on? Research on?
No, it's because sometimes I just think of game mechanics. Of what kind of tone or story would go with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. Because recently I got an idea just by listening to music.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, that works.
No, I don't know.
Well, I mean, elaborate. This is your chance.
All right. This is one idea I thought of. Where mechanically, you won't understand, but it's more like some sort of mechanically it's like an action adventure type of game.
Okay.
But it sort of like I guess like a Zelda game,
Okay.
or maybe even like I guess like the most recent God of War.
Okay.
But it's sort of set in like but it's set in like modern day.
Right. And so what's the thing? What do you do? Yeah.
You put like your main character. He's very secluded.
Okay.
And the whole plot is about trying to like find himself and find his inner darkness.
His inner darkness.
Yes.
Wait, why is he finding his inner darkness?
No, fighting.
Oh.
He's finding himself.
Okay.
Because he secludes himself.
Why?
I don't know. Like I said, I haven't really I don't really fully think about it. I just think of like it's one of those ideas.
Does he have powers?
That I'm still thinking about.
You know, I would say they shouldn't have powers.
That was what I was thinking about. But like I don't know, like some idea I was toying with was that you do like I guess like there's like a day and night system where the daytime is more like a Persona game where like you interact with like other characters, try to increase like your relationship with them. And then nighttime is more you go out into like the overworld and then you try to complete like a dungeon.
Okay. So
that's where like the combat comes in.
So wait, where does this take place though?
I said like modern day, but like
modern day. Well, I mean,
modern day, like
that's the time period, but
modern day America, like I guess like modern day America.
So in modern day America, where the day is
like you socialize in the day, at night you go fight.
So what does this have to do with him fighting his own darkness?
I don't know. Like I said, I still haven't really fully thought about it.
Interesting.
That's just an idea, though.
Yeah. I would say, I mean, even if you want to run with that idea, I mean, the biggest,
like,
yeah.
Like, he's dealing with his inner self, but one way he's looking to, like, help fix that is by talking to people and increasing I guess, like, his relationship with them.
So, talking to people and building his relationship with strangers, or?
No, because I'm thinking, like, because, I didn't elaborate on it. But, like, I guess, like, the main character is more or less like a high school teen.
Okay.
And, like, and there are the days at school. That's like sort of like, well, you haven't played Persona.
No, I played it a little bit. I understand that takes place in a high school or some shit. Yeah,
pretty much like that.
I mean, okay. So, a kid fighting his own darkness, taking place in high school, building.
Because I'm not sure if it should be like he's trying to overcome depression or something like that.
So I mean, yeah, but if he's overcoming depression, why does that require powers?
No, I wasn't really saying power. Well, I don't know.
You know, yeah, but I'm saying like, because I mean,
I know, because like.
But this is the time where we can flesh that out, like.
I know, that's what I said. I'm still thinking about it. I haven't really fleshed it out.
Think about it now. Why not? This is
criticize me. I'm kidding.
Well, no, that's not. It's not criticism. But, you know, why not? Why not think about it now? I mean, because we're not. Like I said, there's nothing planned. The best thing we can do is at least talk about these things. You know? But I think if it's going to be taking place in a high school and it's about a kid fighting his own darkness, try and.
I'm not saying he's like one of those like edgy, like it's not a phase. But
yeah, no, but I mean,
like someone who's actually like dealing with stuff.
So dealing with real life stuff.
He's dealing with real life stuff, and I guess it's like building up within him.
So what happens that makes this different than real life? Like, I mean, everybody has to deal with their own shit.
I don't know, because I would like a supernatural element to it, but...
Did someone die? Did someone die?
No.
Will someone die?
Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing, because it's, like I said, the only thing that it's missing, really, is that...
Because I don't really think much about backstories, because it's more of a...
Well, it's not even a backstory. I'm talking about the game itself. Like, well, you know, because it's like, okay, if they have this darkness that they want to overcome and build these relationships, why? You know, what's happening that's because that was the thing we talked about just in general, and this is where, you know, the video games and film, I think, really connect, because it's always the
Just keep in mind, I always think of like mechanics first. Story, I kind of like I still think of story, just that I mostly think about how to like how to do a mechanic.
There's no
Because I mean that's what I'm getting into is game design.
right,
That's pretty much what I'm learning.
right. So you just want to make a general game that's like all those type of things combined,
Pretty much.
and that's it.
I mean, yeah.
Game design. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess I don't know. I would say you can't really think about. In my opinion, I don't see how you could think about the mechanics without thinking about the story first. Just because if you want a certain story, that means I might demand a different type of mechanic.
Because I don't know. Because one thing I did learn with game design is that really when you want to make a game, it could start off as anything. Like the whole concept could start off as like anything. It could be based on like a mechanic, the story, characters, an existing thing.
Right, right.
And how this, I'm sort of like basing it off like just like a story concept and mechanic. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Sounds fucking stupid.
Okay, from nature.
No, I get it though. I get it. But that's dope. I mean, it'd be kind of crazy though, you know. Like,
There's just things I should probably write down.
well, yeah, no doubt.
Like write down and just keep them for reference later.
Yeah, that's the one thing I learned is writing it down because your memory is going to be your worst enemy. I had an idea for the film I was working on and I didn't write it down, and then I forgot what it was, and so I'm really upset. So definitely write it.
Because there's this other concept that I presented in my game design class. That was one because remember I told you why are we going?
It's almost 32 minutes. Yeah.
Because remember how in my game design class I told you that we had to present 3 concepts?
Yeah.
Well, the one I just told you about wasn't one of those concepts. That was just something I recently started to like come up with.
Okay. What were the 3 concepts?
Because one of them was there's this one idea I was kind of like toying with for a while where it's I guess it takes place. It's like a horror setting.
Yeah.
Just to start off with, where I'm not sure what the plot is, but the overall mechanic. Well, overall game is pretty much. I'm not sure if it's like pretty much like an adventure RPG. I'm not too sure what it should be. Where the whole game revolves around you, the character, with a part with like, and you will like you build up a party of like other characters.
Yeah.
But it revolves around permadeath. I don't know if do you know what permadeath is?
No.
It's pretty much where when your character dies in the game, they're gone. They're gone. You can't revive them.
So no respawn.
No.
So what happens when they die?
The game goes on. Like the game goes on.
What, I mean, as in, what do you do in the game when you die?
Oh, because what I'm thinking is that because fuck.
Yeah, so it sounds.
Yeah, I know.
So just from the outside looking in, as a not even as a filmmaker in general, just as someone who's never done.
I don't know. I need to check the fucking slide.
Well, not that, but it sounds like just from in general as a game designer though. I feel like, well, I don't know. Well, eventually, because you do have to think about all this stuff, right? Eventually,
because the whole thing is that yes, you carry like you pretty much the whole. Oh yeah, now I remember the whole thing. Really, it's like the whole game's gonna challenge you on whether you decide to be like selfless and keep like your entire team alive, or you're selfish and you're okay with letting everyone die and you're the only survivor.
Got it.
Because like I said, it's a horror setting, so pretty much resources they're limited, and you have to like figure out a way to equally distribute them if you want to keep certain people like certain characters alive.
So it's a survival game.
Pretty much. Well, it's pretty much it's survival.
Okay. With the community, or is it like people you find?
No, I'm saying like part like it's like playing like an RPG and you get like party members.
Okay. So is it is it a overhead type of RPG?
That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
That's something else. I guess I was thinking about.
Maybe interesting.
When your character dies, then they're gone.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
because like I said, I haven't thought of the story, but the only thing I'm thinking about in terms of story is that every character like I guess has like every character has like some sort of importance,
Yeah.
and it's really up to you to figure out if like someone truly is important or not.
So what's the consequence of losing that person?
No, because I've been toying with the idea for a bit where if you choose to just keep yourself alive, the game is harder because every character I guess has like their own their own abilities, their own things to help them make the game a bit easier.
Yeah.
However, if you decide to keep everyone, it just means it's going to be difficult to keep everyone like alive because resources are limited. By resources, I mean like weapons, healing items.
But it is possible.
Yes, it will be possible.
Interesting.
Because it will be difficult in like two different aspects.
Right. Okay.
Because it really, like I said, it really tests to see if like you're willing to make like what sacrifice you're willing to make.
Right. It's a choice game.
Pretty much.
Interesting. So, yeah, I don't know what that would look like then. It seems like only because I imagine a couple of different ways those games are laid out, or at least based on all those things, and they're all different. But who knows, dude? Who freaking knows? It might turn out to be crazy.
Because that's one of those types of games where like it encourages replay value.
Yeah.
Where you do one run and then you want to do like another one.
New Game Plus type of thing.
Not really New Game Plus, more like you decide to set rules for yourself. Like if a character dies, you go back to like your last, like rather than like let them die, you restart like the last save, or like you go to like a last checkpoint or something.
So
because I know because in some of those games you can't do that. Where if your character dies, you could just like redo, like you could just load the last save before they die.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna say I thought all of them did that. I don't know again that just makes it impossible. I don't know anything that makes it impossible, but I'd say make it impossible. Make it
because ultimately
make it punishing, you know. But if you
because I don't want to because always like obviously I do want to make like challenging games, but not like brutally difficult. Just like
why not
games like
I mean, because
those days are over.
Well, no,
the 80s are over.
Dark Souls. I mean.
No, I learned that Dark Souls actually finds a way to balance, balance it, but that's like a whole other can of worms
I
don't want to talk about.
Yeah. Sounds like it, but I mean, I'd say nothing's ever over, you know? I've seen...
Because I could already, like, imagine, like, an easy... Because the only thing I could imagine is, like, difficulty says will, like, just affect, like, the amount of resources available. Like, easier difficulty, there's more resources.
Yeah.
There's more health pickups for weapons.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I've never thought about making a game, so I feel like there's some things you really gotta remember to think about. I forget, you know? But who knows?
No, it's because, I don't know, because, like, it's really what matters, because I know, like, I think in a week I'm actually gonna, like, have to pitch, like, my game idea.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, maybe in 2 weeks. But I think the professor's gonna tell us how to do it, like, how
I hope so. You should. I mean, I'm pretty sure it'll be pretty straightforward. Even then, you could probably look.
Because obviously, at a professional level, they'd probably have to go like really in depth.
Probably not.
Or I don't know.
From what I've experienced in general, just from when professors give us like what it's like in the real world, it depends. Like I know, like with like when we have to give story pitches, she tells us like you really only need to have these such X, Y, and Z prepared, but just be ready if they ask. Well, what's this? Or, or how does this work? Or what? But ultimately, it's not much more different than what you're probably going to be doing in the classroom. Especially because, like, with careers like film and game design, the individuals you're going to be around aren't like, or usually, in my opinion, aren't like, super stuck up or like intense with it. It's usually a relaxed setting, so shouldn't be too bad because we have such fun. Jobs that have such rewarding and such fun aspects to it. So, I think pitches should be fine. ultimately. I wouldn't stress too much about it. But yeah, that sounds crazy.
Those are ideas.
Yeah, I mean, I say because this is, well, I mean, it's easier said than done.
Yeah, I know.
No. It's easier said than done because I think because when since we're in these types of classes where we have to make these things, I say even if it doesn't, if your idea doesn't get picked, keep going with it. You know, develop it even more. Just because, I mean, because even if it wasn't picked for the class, it doesn't mean it still is not good enough to be made.
Yeah, that's why I said I want to write stuff down. Like, I need to write stuff down.
Yeah, so that's what I recommend doing. But
Keep
it
random
is,
drawings.
yeah, but it is harder to set. It is easier said than done. So is what I do know. You just have to push yourself. You just have to push yourself to do it.
I thought you killed Birdie again.
No.
Why do you have two separate lighters?
Don't worry about it.
Is the one on like your backup one, like your like a side hoe?
No, it's just a lighter. It's just a lighter that I have.
It's 10. It's almost 10:30. That's wild.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm trying to figure out what else I want to do as far as that goes, but we'll see.
Yeah, you can obviously tell that one idea I told you is a bit more fleshed out than the one I was telling you about earlier, because that's the one I thought about the most.
Yeah. And that's all it is. I always say an hour a day is what you need. An hour a day.
An apple a day.
An hour a day is more than enough to get some ideas. Or, get a nice amount, or not an idea, but at least give yourself enough work to get something interesting. That's what I like. I forgot what I was doing. Like I said, I spent like so much time on that intro shit for the podcast that like I'm happy. Now I know how to use the program a little bit better. So hopefully I can make some more minor touches, and it'll be good to go. And yeah, but
I wish I knew.
I was gonna smoke.
I'm telling you, this isn't the Joe Rogan experience.
Actually, speaking of, can I come to you guys again?
So right now, after the show?
Yeah.
Sure, but we'll discuss this later. No, because this is something I need to do after.
Okay. I just need to.
We've been recording for nearly an hour.
I just need to smoke this.
What else you got?
What else do I have as we wrap up the show? Damn, that didn't make it at all. I need to get a vacuum, because if you can't notice, if you look on my floor, it is secretly covered in so much stuff.
Imagine if you had like a black light just to see like.
No, why wasn't anything on the floor?
No, I'm just saying like I remember like moving in like first year. I kind of wanted to get like a black light.
Yeah. Just
to see like what stains were here like before moving in.
Right. I wouldn't want that. I'd rather just not know. But what do I want before I wrap up the show? There's nothing I can really talk about for 7 minutes.
Talk about your sex life. I'm kidding. No, don't.
Yeah, no.
No one needs to know that.
I mean, it sounds like you want to know it more than anyone.
I don't want to know it.
I mean, if you stick around, then you know. But anyway, it's been a long week, and it's only Monday, to be honest. That's where I'm at with it. This week is kind of a lot. We just got done with Valentine's Day.
I forgot Valentine's Day was a thing, to be honest.
Well, it's already over, so.
It's probably because I'm a lonely fuck, but it's whatever.
I mean, I guess.
It's like, to me, it's lost meaning like after elementary school. Because elementary school, we like pass out the cards and shit, candy and like food.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's always been there before.
I don't know if Valentine's Day is like in Oakland.
It's the same as it is anywhere else. Valentine's Day doesn't really change much.
Then you get shot.
No, Oakland is not some wasteland where it's just extremely different than the rest of the world.
My fucking neighborhood's a wasteland. All you say that.
I guess, yeah. But yeah, it's a long week. We got a whole other week coming up. The next podcast is going to be, the first podcast should be out by the time, well, I don't know.
It'll be out someday.
Yeah, it should be out by now before this one gets out, right? Because this is technically the second one.
Yeah, this one was out before the first one.
Whatever, we'll see. I'm considering calling the other one the pre-pilot and this one the actual pilot. just because.
So this is episode 2 when it's actually episode 1.
Maybe it might just be the first.
The other one, the last one we did is the prequel.
It might just be episode 2, but like episode 1, you know, and then it's next episode.
Episode 1.5,
and then maybe we'll see. We'll see how I feel when we get to that.
This is episode 1. The other one's 0.5. I don't know. Episode half.
We'll see how I feel when I get to that, when I finish it. It's just I have to go through it and then.
I know what you can do for the next 7 minutes.
Well, it's 5 minutes now, but
5 minutes.
But what?
Talk about anime.
No, I don't have enough interest in anime to talk about it for 7 minutes straight. That's ridiculous to me. But I should probably do some homework at some point, dude. Like, I'm not gonna even lie.
You should probably do homework too at some point.
I've been lacking.
I think I've been lacking more than you have, to be honest.
That, really? How many classes have you not done homework for?
All of them.
Same. Never mind.
I have 5 classes.
That's crazy, dude. I don't know. I haven't done it for like at least.
And I should do tomorrow.
I only have like homework missing for maybe 2 classes, but honestly, I did the math, and if I miss these 2 assignments, they won't kill me. Like, you know? So we'll see. We'll see if I do them.
I've been sliding on some classes, so I kind of need to pick up the pace.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, no, I'm not that crazy.
I'm sliding, so I need to pick up the pace.
Because you're playing too much fucking Mario Kart.
Hey.
I'm just saying.
You're playing too much Gardenscapes.
I haven't played Gardenscapes in over a month.
Then why are you always away as like Gardenscape? I'm kidding.
I haven't mentioned Gardenscapes in over a month.
You did it the other day.
That's
I was playing on my phone and like, it's not Gardenscapes.
Well, if it's not, then I mean, exactly. Speaking of Gardenscapes, that's what we're going to talk about for the last 3 minutes.
We're not talking about Gardenscapes for the last 3 minutes.
If you haven't checked it out already, go check out Gardenscapes on the App Store. It's pretty crazy. You get to make your own gardens and shit. And like do puzzles.
He's
over. You even get a puppy.
He's overreacting over Gardenscapes.
You get a puppy.
It's just a generic.
No, it's hella crazy. I've been playing it for 5 years, so that tells you
puzzle.
That tells you more than anything how good it is. If I've been playing it for 5 years, so go check it out. It's free, and you know what? It's something to do if you get bored.
What else is free?
Is dick.
No, death. And it's still better than Gardenscapes.
Okay.
Well, it depends on where you live. Because I know some countries you get fined for dying. Or for...
What?
I remember in some country you actually get fined for like committing suicide, actually.
That's unbelievable. That's genuinely unbelievable. But, well then I guess...
That's fucked up though.
Yeah, that's really messed up. But, yeah, I think we're gonna end it there. So, anyway...
Okay, I'm gonna end your life.
This has been the Young Talk podcast.
This has been a podcast.
I guess, yeah, it has been a podcast at that point, huh? I guess we'll see you next time when we record the next one.
Which is never planned.
No, it's never planned. This one wasn't planned. We just did it.
We just go in raw.
Yeah.
Always wear protection, though.
But anyway, we'll see you guys next time. All right? Yeah.
See you later.
Bye.